What's up, Michigan? Thanks for coming back to the State Champs High School Sports Show. My name is Chloe Hug. This show is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. Visit ltu.edu. Let's go to the highlights from this past week.
I'm Chris Gorski on the west side at Forest Hills Central High School, where the Rangers hosted crosstown rival Forest Hills Northern. We start at one singles. Natalie Land getting off to a good start for the Huskies as she opened up a 2-1 lead in the first set. But Lily Ullman would regain control of the match and come away with the win 6-3, 6-2 for the Rangers. Moving over to two singles, sophomore Andrea Wong with a good showing here. She gets the winner as she takes the match in straight sets for the Huskies. FHC answers back at three singles. Haley Miller puts the backhand into the far corner as the junior scores the win for the Rangers, 6-2, 7-5. Over on the doubles side of things, One Dubs saw Paige McKenzie and Ryan Morey pick up the win in a tough two-set match, 7-5, 7-6. Two Dubs would need all three sets as Northern drops the first one before Ava Hamilton and Lauren Jacklich rallied to take the final two sets and come away with the win. Next up at Three Dubs, Northern once again drops the first set, but Maria Jacobs and Morgan McKenzie rally to get the Huskies another win. Over at Four Dubs, FHC needing a win, and Maggie Mogg and Claire Noster get the job done in straight sets as the Rangers trail 4-3. Finally at four singles, we saw an epic match that was on the court for over 3 hours. Harriet Ogilvie dropped the first set in tiebreaker before winning the last two sets to get the win as Forest Hills Northern picks up the tough win 5-3.
5 of the top 15 teams in Division III girls soccer are right here in West Michigan, and many of them play in the same conference. But we saw a non-conference matchup on Monday between number 13 Holland Christian and number 4 South Christian. Scoreless here halfway through the first, Caitlin Vander Ark takes a corner kick, a beautiful shot that would end up being tipped in off of the goalie's hand. That puts the Sailors up 1-0. After the break, same score. Holland Christian's Sarah Gearling's corner kick finds Kayla Cannon, who banks that one in off of her hip for the equalizer. A lot of close calls through the rest of the second half, but neither team able to score, so they settle with a 1-1 tie. Here are the two goal scorers after that game on playing such tough competition week after week.
This is the best kind of soccer to play. I mean, when you got best competition, it makes you play your best, and it helps you grow as a player, but also as a team to make sure you win these kind of games. It's unfortunate that we got the tie, but it is what it is.
It really motivates us. I mean, after last year, like I said, we played some tough teams and we had some tough losses. This year is just kind of like a comeback season. We lost a few players last year, but we've had some great talent coming up. And I just think everyone, especially we saw what we did with basketball, which was we got to the regional finals and state finals, and everyone was like, we want to make that run in soccer. So now this is just something that we've been talking about. A goal of ours is to make it out of districts, make it to regionals, and I think this is step by step, game by game, where we're going.
The Northview Wildcats are the only undefeated team left in the entire state in girls lacrosse, and on Tuesday they hosted Mona Shores for their second to last game. First goal here in the opening minute was scored by Ashley Sanders, who ended up having 4 goals in this game. On the other side of the field, the Sailors down by 6. They try to close the gap as Kennedy Hyde gets the shot off. Northview, though, still up by 5. Later in the first half, senior captain Lauren Walsh comes from behind the net, wraps it around, and scores. Northview wins this one big, 20-4, and they will keep their undefeated season going and keep that underdog mentality as they enter playoffs next week.
I feel like a lot of people underestimate us as we haven't. In the past, we've been a little bit of a smaller program that hasn't had as many wins, and for us to go undefeated again just really means a lot to me, and especially as my senior year, it feels really good to say not only that we won conference, but that we went undefeated too.
Personally, I had low expectations for this team coming in with some new freshmen, but honestly, I'm so proud of this team this year. We are the underdogs every single year, and we are getting better each and every year.
We have the saying, why not us? Why can't it be us? We've been the underdog team for years and years and years, and it wasn't until our sophomore year when we came back from COVID and we kind of where people started to notice us. And it's since then we just keep proving people wrong, and now we moved up a conference, and it's no one expected this from us, and here we are undefeated, and it's the greatest feeling in the world.
Hello and welcome back inside the State Champs Sports Network studios. I'm Lauren Plant and I'm here to announce this year's nominees for the 2023 DAC Foundation's Male Athlete of the Year. My colleague Elizabeth Kuhn will put out a video on the female nominees on StateChampsW.com and on the State Champs Women's social media channels, so look for that. The 27th Annual Michigan Male and Female Athlete of the Year Awards had a record 127 applications. These are the male nominees. From Port Huron Northern High School, Mr. Basketball, Tyler Jamison. Not only was Tyler a consensus first-team athletic and academic All-Stater, but he is a three-sport athlete in tennis, basketball, and track, class president, and valedictorian. From Detroit Country Day School, Clayton Hartshe. A three-sport star and captain of all three teams, Clay was an individual tennis state champ, a hockey first-team All-Stater, and club national champion, and is projected to be first-team All-State in baseball, including first-team academic All-State, and he's the class vice president. From Dundee High School, wrestler Braden Davis, just the fifth wrestler in Michigan history to be a part of 4 team state championships while also winning 4 individual state championships. National champion in his weight class, 4.0 student who's been academic All-State 3 years running. From Brother Rice High School, Lorenzo Pinilli, one of the top golfers both in the state and nationally, a 2-time team state champ, projected to be a 3-time individual dream teamer. A ton of AP coursework has lifted his GPA above 4.0. From Rochester Adams High School, Parker Pico, a 2-sport star in both football and baseball, captain of both. Dream teamer in football, projected to be in baseball, #1 outfielder in the state, all academic achiever. And finally, Hunter Jones, cross country and track, Benzie Central High School. Heading into this track season already, a 7-time state champ in both cross country and track and field. 2-time cross country national champion and All-American, multiple academic honor scholar. Congratulations to this year's nominees. State Champs will live stream the awards on Monday, June 5th. Tune in at 6 p.m. for our exclusive pre-party with interviews of the nominees and more. I'm Lauren Plant. Thanks for watching. Thank you to the sponsors of this great event. We'll see you on the red carpet Monday night, June 5th.
Lacrosse fans know State Champs Face-Off is your source for lacrosse highlights and more. Hosted by Sean Belesian and Greg Durham. The show premieres now on Thursdays, and you can watch it on our website, statechampsnetwork.com, or on the State Champs Michigan Facebook and YouTube channel.
Hello and welcome back inside the State Champs Sports Network studios. I'm Elizabeth Kuhn and I'm here to announce this year's nominees for the 2023 DAC Foundation's Female Athlete of the Year. My colleague Lauren Plant will put out a video on the male nominees on the State Champs Michigan social media channels. The 27th Annual Michigan Male and Female Athlete of the Year Awards had a record 127 applications. These are the female nominees. From Marion High School, Ava Sarafa, the Marion volleyball team won 3 Division I state championships in a row, and Ava was the winner of our Volleyball Player of the Year. She was an all-academic and part of the Marion Honor Roll as well. She's committed to play at the University of Kentucky next year. From Okemos High School, Caroline Lee, a swimmer recognized both in Michigan and internationally. All-American, All-State, and All-Conference diver, she's an all-academic and headed to the University of California, Berkeley. From Elginak High School, softball standout Ella Stevenson, a 3-sport athlete competing in basketball and volleyball. She's an all-state outfielder and academic all-state in softball and volleyball. She will continue at the University of Michigan. From Grand Lake High School, golfer Kate Brody, one of the top golfers in the state, Michigan's Miss Golf and Division I 2-time state champion. She's also academic all-state, and she will continue at the University of Wisconsin in the fall. From Livonia Stevenson High School, Mackenzie Soroki, a 2-sport star in both swimming and hockey. An All-American and All-State swimmer, along with an academic scholar and a member of the Honor Roll. She is committed to swim at the University of Tennessee next year. And finally, Nona Waldron from Oak Park High School, Division I track state champion and Nike Outdoor National Champion for the 100 hurdles.
She's also academic All-American and class salutatorian. She's committed to the University of Southern California. Congratulations to this year's nominees. State Champs will live stream the awards on Monday, June 5th. Tune in at 6 o'clock p.m. for our exclusive pre-party with interviews from the nominees and more. I'm Elizabeth Kuhn. Thanks for watching, and thank you to the sponsors of this great event. We'll see you all on the red carpet Monday night, June 5th.
What's up, guys? I'm Chloe Hugg here with the women's lacrosse head coach and national champion, Mary Ann Meltzer. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks.
All right, so let's start off and take it back to the beginning of the season. You guys took an early loss against Reinhardt University, so just talk a little bit about how that set the tone for you guys the rest of the season.
I think, going down to Reinhardt for spring break, fortunately, we've been in a situation where we have won that game in the past, and I think Reinhardt was ready to come out and play us. And not that we weren't ready, I just think, they did a better job in, setting things up and transitioning in the game. We didn't probably have our best game, but at the same time, they were a great team. And we had to make adjustments, but the adjustments we made second half were not enough to get the goals. But, as a coach, one of the things you think of is, when I talked to the team afterwards, I said, hopefully we look back at this and we look at it as it's a great loss for us.
So you guys came back from Georgia and you were undefeated after that loss against Reinhardt, and you guys ended up winning the WAC championship for the third year in a row. You guys made it to the Nationals 2 years in a row, and you guys took it all home this year. So what had to change this year in order for you guys to get that big win this year?
I think for us is having that loss early on kind of refocused us to realize what a loss can tell you is some of the things that you need to work on as a team. And we came back and I kind of split our team up into 4 different seasons. And first is non-conference and how we do on non-conference wins and losses, and then we come back and our second season is usually our conference season, then conference playoffs, and then nationals. So our focus was, now we got to focus on our conference and winning that, and the girls did. We did a great job. In our regular season games, we finished undefeated in the conference, won the regular season conference tournament, or not tournament, but season. Then our focus was, okay, now we have to focus on our conference tournament, and the girls did. They stepped up. We played well in the championship. And then after that, once that was done, it's our 4th season, which is the NAIA Championships. And the focus was to come back, and all along throughout the season, we discussed about, our end goal was always to get back to the national championship game and actually win it. But for us, it was more focusing on the process, and the little things that we needed to do better. After our loss last year, as a coach, you think about the things that what we could have done differently, and you want to make those adjustments coming into this year, and we did. We met at the beginning of the year. We worked with Jackie Stavros to talk about kind of our goals for the year, and how are we going to communicate that with each other, and and communicate that on the field. And the girls ultimately, we won the national championship.
Thank you so much for joining us here today, and we'll see you next time.
Great, thank you.
Trying to wrap around. Quickly inside to Smite. Smite puts it in. LTU wins it. The Blue Devils are the national champions.
Thanks for watching another edition of the State Champs High School Sports Show presented by Lawrence Technological University. Follow State Champs on all of our social media channels. I'm Chloe Hugg, and we'll see you next week.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic. Visit ltu.edu. State Champs is also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of the MHSAA. The Detroit Athletic Club Foundation Male and Female Athlete of the Year Awards. Who will be this year's award winners? Find out live June 5th, only on the State Champs Sports Network.